Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go through a day with my young horse Donut. So first off, it always starts with me making his breakfast. So whilst he is eating his breakfast, I go round and collect his feed bucket from the night before. I empty out his water and change his hay net. As you can see, he's such an inquisitive little boy. He just loves the camera. Every time the camera is there, his nose will be on it. As I say, Donut is a young horse, so I do like to give them more hay than they can eat, just so he never runs out. There's then not the chance of him getting ulcers or anything like that. And as I say, he is a growing young horse. He's a very slow eater as well. He certainly likes to take in the flavours of his feed. So whilst he's still eating his breakfast, I then go round and take his nighttime rug off and put on his turnout rug, ready for when he's turned out in a minute. Then it comes the time to start putting the head collar on him, ready to turn out. He currently goes out with Gambler, my 9-year-old gelding, but Donut, he's 2 years old, coming 3, but he is a colt, a coming stallion. Most stallions do get turnout on their own, because they can be highly strung and dangerous towards other horses. Donut has gone out with Gambler since I got him at 6 months old, and I will continue turning them out together up until Donut starts, his hormones come in, and they will go out together until Donut becomes overpowering to Gambler and it becomes dangerous. But I don't like individual turnouts, so I want them to go out together as much as they can for as long as they can. These two do play like idiots. Gambler was a licensed stallion until he was about 5 years old, so he's a bit on the boisterous side as well. So it's not like Donut will overpower Gambler quickly. So I'm hoping that we still will have plenty more time of these two going out together. They love each other's company. They play like idiots to begin with, and then they will go down the end of the grass and settle and graze nicely. So once they're all out, then it is time to start mucking out the beds. I really do wish mucking out was as quick as it is seen to be in these videos. So once the mucking out is all done, I then go home for a spot of lunch. But as you can see, they're happily out grazing on the grass. They're not a bother at all. They really just get their heads down and eat. So a couple of hours later, it is time to start bringing them in. So when I bring them in from the field, I put them all straight into their stables. This is purely because my other horse, Willow, will not wee out in the field. So he's always desperate for a wee. So just to make it easier for myself, I bring everyone in quickly and just put them in their stables. And then I bring them all out separately again to pick out their feet and change rugs or ride or anything like that. So today was one of the days that I work Donut. As I say, he's a young horse, so I don't do much work with him at all. He is, well, he'll be 3 come next year, and I will think about then starting to break him to ride. But at the moment, I'm just doing more groundwork with him, things that he needs to learn before he can be ridden, just such as mountain block training, me being above him and just getting him to move his legs over and then walking and trotting over trot poles. And we have just started introducing lunging with him. So he just comes into the washroom just to have his feet picked out, and then I will take off his rug and give him a very quick groom. As you can see, it's been raining, so there's not much we can do grooming wise. He is sopping wet from the neck up, but we do the best to get anything off of him, any mud in his irritating places like his armpits or anything that may rub. Then it's time to start tacking him up for lunging. We're just using a soft straight bar baby snaffle on him. He's only just learning to have contact on the mouth. Usually I would put the bridle on and then put the head collar on over the top and still lead him and lunge him off of the head collar, but we've now transferred to the bridle. This is just purely because if we go to shows, him at his age being a colt, he must be led by the bit. So I'm just trying to do more with him now using the bit. He doesn't need it. He's a very respectful horse. I can still lead him off the head collar, but for showing wise now, he must be controlled by the bit. He's still very new to being lunged, but you'll see in a minute his new little habit that he's got himself into, which before he's broken to ride, we need to nip in the bud very quickly. But I try to keep pushing him forward, but this is it. He drops so quickly and there's nothing I can do. Every single time we come out here, he will just drop and roll. I do need him to stop this habit before we start introducing saddles or anything to him, because I certainly don't want him rolling with the saddle on. But so, as I say, he's so new to lunging. I don't do much lunging with youngsters at all, because I don't want it to be strenuous on their joints. He's just having a paddy there because he wanted to roll again. But all I'm trying to do is encourage him to go forwards. So what I'm doing when lunging him is he can choose really where he goes. I just want him to go around me in a circle and start listening to my voice. This is what I want from him, is to learn the commands of walk, trot, canter before I even think about breaking him to ride, getting on his back, anything like that. I want him to be very off of my voice. So nothing is serious about it. I'm not looking for outline, shape, anything. I just want him to not be in my face. I want him to go confidently round in a circle. It's literally, we do 5 minutes on one rein and then we will switch over and do 5 minutes on the other rein. Most of it is done in walk, because as I say, he is so new to it. I walk around constantly to try and make the circles as big as I can, so we're not putting pressure on his joints. And it is just, I just want him to listen to me. If I say walk on, he moves. If I ask him to trot, then he trots. That is all I want from him at the moment. So then once he's finished, once he's cooled off, I put him back in his stable again, take the bridle off, pick out his feet, and then I put a fleece on him, because as I say, every single time he drops and rolls. It's been raining all day long, so he's now got wet. So I would just put the fleece on him to try and dry him off a bit whilst I ride or exercise the other horses, and then I'll change him into his bedtime rug in a little bit of So once I've finished exercising the other horses, I go back round each stable again and start getting everyone ready for bed. I skip out any poos that anyone has done in the short time that they've been in, and I will refill water buckets and refill hay nets again. And then it's time to start changing everyone's rugs into their nighttime rugs. Once they're all wrapped up in their bedtime rugs, it is just time to feed everyone again and give them all night kisses and make sure everyone is okay. But that's the day in the life of my young horse Donut. If you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again for the next one. Bye.